You are watching Game 81 on the 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by our good friends over at Zappos. It's the third and final matchup between the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association and the Savannah Bananas. Bananas have taken the first two games by a score of 5-1 and 8-0. But this is a revamped former Major League squad led by Curtis Granderson, and they are looking to escape the 2023 tour with a victory. It's our final challenger game of the season as well, and let's take a look at how the Bananas will align defensively for the matchup. From left to right in the outfield, it's Michael Deeb, D.R. Meadows, and Noah Bridges. Third to first in the infield gives you Danny Hosley, Ryan Cox, Dalton Malden, and Dan Oberst. Bill Leroy is the man with the mask, and Christian Dearman, his battery mate on the bump. Josh just had incredible analysis, and none of it came through the system. Excellent work, Josh, although nobody heard it except for me in the booth. We will figure out the technical difficulties, but for now, take a look at Christian Dearman on the bump as Reginald Horton goes absolutely banana pants bonkers in the dugout with Dakota McFadden. That is a beautiful dance, Reggie. Good work, my dear friend. Christian Dearman in his 5th campaign as a Nanner, 2nd as a pro. He was one of the main 2 starters at the beginning of the tour, but has found a whole lot of success recently coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah, and Christian Dearman is 3-1 in his challenger games this season. 6 games for Dearman, 4 of them starts, and a minutes per inning mark that averages at 3 minutes and 51 seconds for Dearman, a stellar mark. And the ERA very close as well, 3.55 for Dearman. In 25 and a third innings pitched, he's allowed 11 sprints, 21 strikeouts, almost 2 strikeouts to every sprint, and that's something you want to see in Banana Ball.
Let's get a look at the former major leaguers who line it up against him. It is D. Strange Gordon at the top, manning shortstop, Eric Sogard at third base behind him, Daniel Descalzo, the second baseman, due up third, Tyler Colvin at first cleaning it up, John Buck, the designated hitter, hitting 5th, Lance Negro in right field behind him, George Kataris, the catcher, is hitting 7th, Luis Montañez in left field hits 8th, in center it is Brady Clark hitting 9th, and rounding out the order, the extra hitter, Chris Snyder.
And it's a little bit of an old school lineup for the former big leaguers, as you've got speedy guys at the top and good contact batters as well.
I need everyone here to yell, "Start the clock." 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Here is D. Strange Gordon representing the Washington Nationals tonight. The last of the 4 teams that he played for across an 11-year MLB career. And he's swinging often and early, fouls that one out of play. Danny Hosley gives it a look, but he'll run out of room, and the fans do not make a play as it bounces into the ABR Stadium Club. D out of Windermere, Florida. A lot of ties to Banana Land as he strokes that one up the middle. And great speed on the bags. 2 pitches into the ballgame for the former major leaguers.
Yeah, and what a luxury it is to have D. Gordon at the top of this order, a good contact bat, and a guy who has played in the big leagues very recently. Still excellent speed for Gordon, and a guy you can liken to Malachi Mitchell in a certain sense. So expect D to be very aggressive on the base pass, as the MLBPAA guys are going to want to score early in this ball game.
D was 3 for 5 in his stolen base attempts for the Nationals last summer. Dan Oberst able to body that one up, save a wild pickoff attempt from Christian Dearman. D with 336 stolen bases across his 11-year career in the bigs. Now Eric Sogard with a 1-1 count on him. You get 1 and 2. Sogard was suiting up for the Chicago Cubs back in 2021. That was his 5th and final team across, just like D. Gordon, an 11-year career. D fakes a steal, and that one squibbed foul.
And Eric Sogard was a part of a couple of postseason teams with the Oakland Athletics and the Milwaukee Brewers. One of those great role players who could step in to start when need be, but was also excellent off the bench and a really good culture guy as well.
2-2 count now on the Phoenix, Arizona native. Went to school at Arizona State. So a Sun Devil, just like Ryan Kellogg and Connor Higgins on the Nanners. Dearman quick pinching, and Sogard able to spoil that one out of play. Another 2-2 will come. Strange Gordon with a good lead off first. There he goes. It's inside. The pitch is wild, so D will steal second easily. And it is a full count as Sogard was thinking about leaving the box just to give Bill a path to throw that ball back to Mr. Electric. Healthy injection of athleticism at the top of this MLBPAA roster as Sogard fouls another one off. Bill chasing it, getting towards the dugout, he makes the catch. Sogard points out the athletic play. That's a huge first out for Dearman.
Yeah, that is an incredibly athletic play from Bill Leroy as he was ranging towards the dugout. Give credit all the Bananas scurrying in nuts to not interfere with Bill, and just when you think he might slide and make that catch, he stays standing up and is able to come up with an amazing grab for the first out there.
Fastball right behind the keister of Daniel Descalzo, who has to pat his chest to make sure the heart's still beating in there. That's how you saw the first battle between these two key teams begin when he was representing the St. Louis Cardinals. Now he rocks the Arizona Diamondbacks jersey, the team he works for these days. And the third of the 4 teams he played for across his 10-year career in the Bigs. There goes D for third. He's picked off. He's going to dance. He wants a pickle. Hosley in pursuit. The throw bounces off his helmet. And now D's heading for third. We're going to call obstruction. So Gordon heading towards third. He's going to turn on the Jets and come on home. The throw from Dearman knocks the glove off of Bill Leroy. One of the most bizarre scenes we have ever seen in Banana Ball as the MLBPAA strikes first.
And you can see just how excited D. Gordon and his teammates are after that play. As you saw the pitch get away from Ryan Cox and Dalton Malden, it was Strange Gordon already laughing it up as he was going towards third base. And once he saw the ball get behind Christian Dearman, you saw him all smiles as he was touching home plate and just talking it up with the fans, trying to get them into it.
This is a guy who was built for Banana Ball. That one popped on the right field side. Noah Bridges in pursuit and tries to make a tumbling catch, comes up empty. Ball trickles away, and Descalzo is going to scoot his way into a stand-up triple. Heck of a start for the former major leaguers here. 1 run already in, and with only 1 out, Descalzo 90 feet from making it 2 home.
Yeah, that was a high fly ball at the bat of Daniel Descalzo, really hung up in the air for a long time. And it looks like Noah Bridges, when trying to slide and make that catch, might have actually kind of overran the ball as it was able to get Descalzo in at third base. The MLBPAA have a chance to tack on 2 runs early, which would get them in excellent position to earn a point.
Descalzo now 2 for 5 in his Banana Ball career. Bananas bring part of the infield in. Dan Oberst at first is still back as Tyler Colvin bounces it to second. Throw will go to first from Dalton Malden. Descalzo off on contact. Doubles up the first inning lead for the former major leaguers. They're up 2-0. And credit Tyler Colvin with a ribeye in his first ever Banana Ball at bat. So with the bags empty and 2 runs already home, it'll be John Buck who cranks that one to left. Michael Deeb coming in. Backhanded, makes a sliding catch and poses for the picture.
An amazing snag by Michael Deeb to get Christian Dearman out of that inning. And man, that ball tattooed off the bat of John Buck, who was taking some pretty impressive swings early in batting practice today. That is not the last hard hit ball you'll see off the bat of Buck.
Trackman had that 105 miles per hour off the bat of the former Kansas City Royal. one of his 7 teams across an 11-year career.
And we've got a challenge. Curtis Granderson is already elected to use the MLBPAA's challenge.
Okay, let's get the Renal headsets on. Grandy has lost his jacket and matching hat, but the vest still suffices. Oh, and we get another look at it. This is going to be a successful challenge.
Yep, that's a trap.
Good work by the Grandy man. So the Nanners will have to retake the field, and John Buck will be credited with a line drive base hit for his 105-mile-an-hour shot out of a cannon, ball to second base, or to left field rather, as he's going to try and take second base. We'll see what the umpires allow him. Vincent Chapman behind the dish, Chris Walker at first, Justin Whitten at second, and Buck will head back to first now.
And look, Curtis Granderson spent almost all of his career playing the outfield between a couple of different clubs for him. So it takes an outfielder to know when he sees a trap out there. That is an excellent use of a challenge for the Grandy man.
MLBPAA still has theirs, as this one is cued to first, under the leg, Dan Oberst to the bare hand of Dearman. It's the first trick play on the tour in 3 attempts from Dan the Man, and the Nanners now get to leave the field.
Oh, and that just warms the heart to see some creativity from Dan Oberst. We've seen a couple other guys rack up their first trick plays recently. Now Dan finally able to join in on that fun.
Welcome to the club for the 5-year Banana in his second campaign as a pro, just like Dearman the starter. We get the world's slowest race to hold us over before we get the bottom of the first inning with Jeremy Guthrie on the bump. Let's see if any of these toddlers, our 4 contestants, have some crawling in them today. And all of a sudden, right out the gate, we have an early lead. And as per usual, the progress is stopped, but not completely. Hands still moving forward at a methodical pace as our lone toddler on the move, not taking a direct route to the finish line, actually kind of heading more towards Guthrie on the bump than anywhere else. Also probably pretty fascinated by the man in a yellow tux commentating the race. Seems like he's gonna go right to Jesse. Let's listen in.
And there goes Kelly, and Israel is still coming. He's going through my legs. He has touched my feet. Now he's standing on me. This is exactly how we got this race. It's a distraction as Callie's making her way to the finish line. This is crazy. We've got mayhem down here. Israel's still hanging out, but Callie's going on her way. And with the cup from behind victory, it is Callie! What a race!
Israel finally removed from Jesse's leg. That was quite possibly the greatest, slowest race in the history of Banana Land.
In my time here, I would surely count it as that. How about that? Do you consider a between-the-legs crawl a trick crawl?
Yes, it works for me. Here's a quick look at how the former major leaguers line up defensively, with Jeremy Guthrie at the center of the diamond. He has a young, albeit prolific, banana ball career, and starts DR Meadows off with an 84-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike, according to TrackMan.
Yeah, and we have seen Jeremy Guthrie throw 7 innings in his banana ball career. That's across MLBPAA and Bananas games. He has a 1.27 earned run average and a 3-minute and 36-second average MPI, as it is DR Meadows who is going to reach early on in this ball game. Both teams get the leadoff runners on to start the first inning.
It was a single from D. Strange Gordon to start the ball game. And then his counterpart, DR Meadows, the leadoff man for the Nanners, reaches on an infield single right back to D. The Doctor 37 for 44 in his stolen base attempts on the tour. His .353 batting average, second best on the Nanners. And now Michael Deeb, the former White Sox minor leaguer, who's hitting .315, reaching base at a .387 clip in his third World Tour. represents the inning tying run. Referee doesn't get the call, just off the outside corner. 1-1 on Vitamin D, the left fielder. There goes DR, cut and a miss. Throw from George Kataris on the money. It'll get past D. Gordon. And cleaning it up behind him is Brady Clark in center. 38th swiped bag of the tour for the Doctor.
And that's what you've seen from the Bananas in these MLBPAA games, is trying to get points and runs across the board with speed. They are very aggressive in their stolen base opportunities.
One high. So now a 2-2 pitch coming from the 2015 World Series champion when Guthrie was with the Kansas City Royals, who he represents once again today. Bouncer in the dirt, scoots away from Kataris, and Meadows will have third on the wild pitch. So an infield single, a stolen base, and a wild pitch as David Ray Meadows on third base. But he's not the real important man in this inning. Michael Deeb currently represents the tying run. Payoff pitch to the Vitamin Deebster, and that one down and in, just a hair. Meadows will score easily from third. Deeb is going to test the sprint defense from the former major leaguers, and a good decision to do so. The sixth man to touch it will be Lance Necro, and then Luis Montañez in left is the seventh and final former major leaguer who had to touch that ball before it was live.
From the Backstreet Boys, please welcome Brian Littrell.
So you are my fire, one desire, believe. Hey, when I say, you sing, I want it that way. Let's go. Tell me, hey. Tell me why ain't nothing but mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear. Sing it, Banana Nation. It that way. Hey, woo. Let's go.
We'll pencil this one up to a Banana Land miracle. Brian Littrell from the Backstreet Boys will make his banana ball debut. Grew up playing Little League and Babe Ruth baseball. It's about 12 years of baseball experience in his life. And now he faces a man who spent 13 years in Major League Baseball in Jeremy Guthrie, who's already got him 0-2 before the 0-2 pitch. Guthrie, Kataris, and Littrell have a choreographed dance for us. You can't make this stuff up. The 0-2 swung on and missed. And Guthrie makes quick work of Brian Littrell of the Backstreet Boys.
Look, I think it needs to be pointed out and credited to Littrell that during that choreographed dance there with George Kataris, he still did not step out of the box while doing it. That's a banana ball pro.
Neither of his feet left the left side of the batter's box. That was pretty impressive. Now Dan Oberst behind 0-1. Anders cleanup hitter holding down first base tonight. Represents the inning-winning run. With Deeb leading off second, represent the tying run. That's a 69-mile-an-hour bender from Guthrie, according to TrackMan. And now he will check on Deeb at second with no one covering. That one straight out of Christian Dearman and Kyle Lewig's book. Pick-off attempt and then a quick pitch. As Deeb sends that one out, check that. Ober sends it to left center and tracked down. Good range there by Brady Clark. Deeb will tag and head to third. So the inning tying run 90 feet away, and with 2 outs, it's Eric Jones Jr.
Yeah, it was actually a really good job of Brady Clark. Great first step there with Dan Oberst sliding that one off the bat. And how about this? Before Jeremy Guthrie fires a pitch to Eric Jones, he'll give Clark a tip of the cap.
Well deserved. That was some great ground covered for the 50-year-old center fielder. Great job by George Kataris to body that one up. keeps Vitamin D at third. As there's a 1-0 count on the former Seattle Mariners and Minnesota Twins minor leaguer, EJ, who was the Mariners bullpen catcher last summer. Tour leader in homers with 12. 2 of them have come against the MLBPAA.
And a guy who overall has hit challenger opponents so well, batting .389 against them with 4 total home runs and 11 batted in as well.
Please report to fan services. Thank you.
That one misses up. And Guthrie one bad one away from allowing a sprint that would tie the inning. Where did that miss? I guess a pinch down and in. Very close call. Guthrie apoplectic about the lack of a strike call for Vincent Chapman. And now Eric Jones Jr. is tagged out. The overrun second. And the 7th and final man that needed to touch it for the MLBPAA was Luis Montañez, who immediately tags him out.
Yeah, that is a pretty wacky situation there for EJ. You continue to see that Bananas aggression with their speed, but EJ with a little bit of a mind error there as the MLBPAA are going to get bailed out there. Really good heads-up play by Montañez.
Ends up being a 2-2 first inning, so neither team claims a point, as EJ grabs his team-leading 51st run batted in of the season. And as the Nanners hand out roses to the crowd, we have another very special guest in the booth. It is Brett Tomko, who made his Banana Ball debut in Tampa back on April 28th, pitching against the Bananas, and then made his Bananas debut in Rancho Cucamonga towards the end of July. Welcome back to historic Grayson Stadium, which you are familiar with.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. And I was here a long time ago, 1995, when I was with the Charleston Alley Cats coming through to play the Savannah Cardinals. So it's kind of how I remember it, really.
Yeah, that was 2 teams ago. It was the final year of the Savannah Cardinals. The Sand Gnats would take over in '96, and of course, the Bananas took over in 2016. So really cool that you get to be back here in historic Grayson Stadium. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a lot of fun for us to get back and get in uniform again and see a lot of guys that I played with or played against or crossed paths with. So for us to get to come out here and be part of a MLBPAA team is a cool thing. And then getting to know the Bananas and the party animals and how well we are received, it's so much fun.
Now, it's a
and hanging out with you.
Ah!
Yeah, you guys. I'm going to include you too. So,
all good. Thank you, Brett.
So I appreciate it. Well, I got a little excited at the end of that last inning. I screamed in here. I was like, that was exciting.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a great way to play baseball.
Look, I mean, that's great to see because, I mean, we've continued to see as these Challenger series have gone on, you guys still uber competitive against these Bananas.
Yes, we are very competitive. We had some pep talks in the locker room going on, but man, we're out here to win.
How about your manager, Curtis Granderson, breaking it down in the third base coach's box?
How great is that? I'm pushing very hard for him to take an at-bat in that suit.
Yes.
Pushing it very hard. I've come up to him maybe about 15 times today already. So it might happen.
I would love that. Now it looks like
what's going on here?
Christian Dearman sending the ball back to DR Meadows.
Oh, we're getting a pitch from center field?
Bill Leroy holds up a fastball sign. The throw from the doctor is going to be cut on and missed by George Kotaris on a bounce. He steps out of the box, so 2 strikes on him immediately. 1-2 count now.
The longest strike in the history of baseball right there.
That's
for sure.
a fact.
100%.
You get another look at it as the heater misses down, so a 2-2 count on Kotaris. Dearman back out for his second inning of work, and the backdoor bender sliced foul.
Hey, let's just put it out there that we didn't lose the first inning. Let's put that out there.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, that's huge.
Heck of a start, as that's a cut and a miss on an 88-mile-an-hour heater, according to TrackMan from Christian Dearman. His first strikeout of the night. So Kotaris, who is one of the legends of Banana Land here across this tour, 3 for 8 now, 3 for 9 in his Banana Ball career. And our donut hitter tonight is going to be Luis Montañez, the left fielder who suits up against the Bananas for the 3rd time on this tour. And he fouls one off. That looked eerily similar to the foul ball caught by a fan in Tampa back on the 28th of April.
He's going hard at it. He doesn't want to give up the donuts.
41-year-old, spent 4 years in Major League Baseball, definitely went around on the slider that drifts out of the zone.
So what happens? Are donuts thrown at people after this?
Correct.
It's phenomenal.
Only makes sense. Thanks to our friends at Dunkin' for providing the sweet treats that we then get to hurl at our full capacity crowds.
Oh, no.
That one squibbed to first. No donuts here. Dan Oberst goes under the leg, and he has his second trick play of the night, his second trick play of the tour for Mr. Oberst.
And you are seeing Dan very excited about it now, pointing to all of his teammates, putting up the 2, and he's already telling them as he put his glove behind his back there which one he's going to try next.
We love to see it. Peter at the bottom of the zone on Brady Clark.
He might get hit right here. He's right on the dish. He used to get on the dish when shoot, as far as I remember, I think I've hit him 5 times.
Are you serious?
Yeah, maybe.
1-2 count now on the MLBPAA center fielder. 9-year career in the bigs across 5 different teams.
That's a good eye right there. Good eye. Good take.
Spent 4 of those seasons with the Brewers, more than any of his other stops. Deuce is wild now, and that one cranked foul.
Brady and I played together with the Dodgers for a couple minutes, so we've crossed paths our whole career and finally got to play together for 1 year.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody closer to the plate.
No, seriously, his elbow is almost on that inside corner, and as a pitcher, that's really hard to face that because you have no room to miss.
He cranks it foul. That's a man after my own heart. I had a lot of trouble covering the outside corner, so I was just about as close as legally possible as well.
I can guarantee he probably went through the most bats of anybody in the big leagues because he had to break a ton of bats.
Another payoff pitch and another foul ball.
This is typical Brady Clark right here. Run the pitch count up, work you deep into the game. I've seen it before.
We are very close to seeing a 9th pitch in this at-bat.
That one just misses the inside corner. Dearman wanted the call.
There's no shot. He's already stopped at first.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But we saw really good athleticism tracking down that bomb from Oberst half an inning ago in left center.
Hey, he's 50 years old.
Yes.
And he still runs pretty good for a 50-year-old. He's in phenomenal shape. As most of these guys, most of these former major leaguers, they're still in really good shape.
Now Chris Snyder at the bottom of the lineup in the 10-hole. 10-year MLB career across 4 teams, Diamondbacks, Pirates, Astros, and Orioles.
We should just go through, and I can tell you if the guy's hit a bomb off me or not in the big leagues. He's got me. He's got me once.
That's not a surprise as Dearman gets him there with the slider.
So that's not a surprise he took me deep?
No, just not a surprise because he had 77 home runs.
Okay, all right.
There's a lot of victims across his Major League Baseball career. Tell you who wouldn't take you deep. Me.
I don't know. You never know. You got a bat in your hand. You never know.
I've taken a lot of batting practice in historic Grayson Stadium. I've hit the left field wall on the fly twice in 4 years.
I'm not going to jinx myself. I refuse to do it. I'm going to knock on wood right now. But this is a very big ballpark.
Yes.
Very big ballpark.
We affectionately call it the Grayson Graveyard.
The Grayson Graveyard. Especially at night, I would imagine, with the air maybe a little humid and thick.
Oh, yeah. A lot of real estate in the outfield and a 400-foot fence that's 16 feet high.
I don't get that. I mean, I love it as a pitcher. Trust me, I love it. But I don't get that as a offensive thing you want to do in your ballpark.
Correct. Correct.
Brett, we saw you pitch, of course, for these guys in Tampa. Then you suited up for the Bananas in Rancho Cucamonga. So what is it to come back to Savannah and get this Grayson Stadium experience with all of the fans in Savannah and the people from around the country have come to visit?
Yeah, I think that was a cool thing because, you know, we're all people that have kids and have stuff going on. And you know, to come across country, there were like, you know, am I going to be able to make this happen? My family, you know, my one son really wanted to come out here. My one son gets really nervous when I pitch. So it was one of those dad solo trips to come out here. But to experience it, I think, here at Grayson Stadium is the way to do it. Because it was fun, you know, in Tampa, in Rancho Cucamonga, but to actually see, you know, in Savannah and how, like, hyped the crowd gets, it's been a fun experience. I'm excited to pitch in a couple innings.
It feels great to be back in the mecca of banana ball. As Bill Leroy will lead off the bottom of the second, and he gets it.
It definitely was a different feel. When I was a banana, I almost felt a little lost because everybody knew what they were doing, and I was like, do I run out there? Do I stay in the dugout? I don't know what I'm doing.
Bill lines that one up the middle, and the potential inning-winning run is aboard. The Nanners backstop in the 6th hole tonight.
Yeah, so shout out to my family watching right now.
Now, you got to pitch to Bill Leroy as your catcher. What was that experience like?
I couldn't see the signs. It was dark, and he put down the signs, and I didn't know what he called, and I just threw a fastball, and I was like praying, I please hope he put a fastball down. I didn't want to like have him think a curveball was coming. So I had to tell our catcher, I was like, listen, when the night falls, my eyes aren't so good anymore. We're going to have to do some touches or something just so I don't hurt you.
Bill can adjust as Ryan Cox.
No, he did. He put the signs way out there, way out in front. So I'm like, okay, I got that.
Coxie fouls that off. Malachi Mitchell pinch runs for Leroy.
And everybody's great. When we come back here, like the Bananas and the Party Animals, they treat us so good, make us feel like we're part of the family and part of the experience. And it's definitely something guys want to keep coming back and back over year after year after year. So it's a great kind of combination.
That warms the heart to hear.
Yeah. And to see you guys. I mean, second time in the booth.
That's a fact.
I mean, I text you during the broadcast, like, dude, I want to come up tomorrow.
Locked in, tapped in. We appreciate you watching the broadcast as well as Cox serves that into right field, and Malachi Mitchell.
I almost vomited when you ate that banana dog thing concoction.
Trust me, it was awful.
Yeah, I was like, how did you do that? And you're not going to ask me to do that because I refuse to.
No worries. We're not spinning the wheel of unfortunate with you in the booth
that's
tonight.
what it was.
Correct.
Oh, why not?
Banana in a bun. Would you like to spin it? You can spin it once. I don't know if we have all of the materials for all the possible outcomes, but we can figure it out. Well, this is a tough situation for Guthrie.
We're in a little bit of trouble right here.
Yeah, the son of an Olympic sprinter 90 feet from scoring with no outs as Heath Bell grabs a hold of his belt. Trying to hold back Malachi Mitchell. And Danny Hosley, the tour leader in walk-offs, man who has ended 26 different innings, is at the dish behind 0-2.
And 5 of those walk-offs have come against challenger opponents as Hosley batting .346 against all challengers on the tour.
Guthrie went right at him 0-2. Heater on the outer half. Coming in at 86. Pretty good for our 43-year-old starter.
That's bad. I got to see if I maybe can get harder than that. We'll see.
Infield in for the former major leaguers. Another 0-2. Line towards center.
That's going to do it.
Yeah, that is the tour-leading 27th walk-off for Danny Do-It-All. As Malachi touches home, and 2 innings in the books, the Nanners up by a point. Now, we had Colin Ballister up here earlier, who has been a part of all 3 of these games, and he was keeping the cards close to his chest. Is there any kind of strategy or veteran advice that's going around the MLBPAA locker room on how to take down the Bananas?
I think the thing for us is we're out of the game a little bit. So, and we all have our respective things, travel ball teams and throw BP. But for us, it's like we got to throw strikes. And the problem is we're facing kids that are half our age. They could be our sons, like age-wise, and we're just trying to make sure we throw strikes. And these guys have been playing all summer, so it's a little double-edged sword because we're trying our best, but these kids are really talented kids. So I think my innings, I got one thing up my sleeve a little bit. So I'm not sure if it's going to happen in the first or second, but we got a little something we're going to try to deceive these guys with.
Hey, we're excited about that. I've got you penciled in for possibly a little 5th and 6th inning action tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was told. So I'm excited, nervous. Always get nervous. I think I've been nervous before any time I've gotten onto a mound. So it hasn't changed. I'm just as nervous today as I would have been in Game 6 of a playoff game. Now, I promise you.
Now, how fun is it to have Curtis Granderson and Jamie Wright kind of leading this coaching staff for this final game for you guys?
Like I said, Jamie and I, our careers were pretty parallel, and so we never played together, but literally we crossed paths everywhere we went. So to see Jamie, for us, like I said, it's like a little family reunion. But Curtis, I mean, he brought it strong. I mean, that suit is as good as it can. I mean, I think Jesse was a little bit taken back, like, oh, you're going to try to steal my thunder a little bit. And he's pulling it off pretty good.
Couldn't agree more.
I'm surprised he's not playing because he's like, he could contribute. He's in phenomenal shape. He could get it done. That's what I'm saying. He's going to get in that bat. If I have to carry him out there and throw him in the box, he's going to get in that bat. I'm telling you. We got some big, strong dudes. We'll get Buck. But Buck will bear hug him and throw him in that batter's box.
Look, if it were up to me, that's a guy I'd still want behind me in the outfield as well.
Throw him in center field. Throw it wherever. Run the ball down. Maybe I can make that happen. Maybe he'll go out in center field when I'm pitching.
I grew up a diehard Yankees fan, so Grandy, man who spent 4 of his better years of his career in New York, it'd be very cool to see him in action.
I'm not sure the loafers, though, out in center field would be the best traction. You got to think, pitcher-wise, do I want that out there? That first step, he could slip. Who knows?
What a surprise here. D. Gordon with a mic on him. Is that actually a fact? No, I don't hear anything. Oh, Dearman with the mic on him. Chad Reese, our coordinating producer, throwing us curveballs, as is the entertainment team. Christian Dearman asking the crowd what he starts off. A man who spent 11 years in Major League Baseball.
Oh, he's going right-handed?
Correct, because D lost the rock, paper, scissors battle, so he has to take the first pitch righty.
Oh, good swing.
Let's listen in.
No, round 2. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's what I'm talking about.
D has to stay in the right-handed batter's box. And it's going to be rolled over to third. Danny Hosley behind the back, over to first in time. And Christian Dearman, with the help of rock, paper, scissors, gets a big first out here in the top of the third.
A little bit of reality check with D, because I played at the same time as his dad. So we had a little conversation about his dad. I was like, dude, I went on a team to Japan with your dad. He's like, I was on that trip as a kid. And I was like, oh my God.
That is something else.
How old am I?
Funny enough, Dustin Baber, second baseman for the Party Animals, who's second on the tour in trick plays. As we have a 1-1 count on Eric Sogard. His older brother, Josh, 4 years older than Baber, played against D and also played with D's brother Nick for Tom Gordon, their dad.
Interesting. Great fun fact right there.
Small world.
Right. Baseball's such a small world.
3-2-2 action. Christian Dearman with Cox, Malden, and Meadows getting involved. Will fire the 1-1.
Oh, yes. Go.
Tattooed to right center. Noah Bridges ranging over to make the catch.
Wow, an impressive job by the Bananas. Rarely do we talk about 3-2-2 defense, but you saw both Deeb and Bridges, who were shaded in the right and left center gaps respectively, and it was Bridges using his excellent speed to be able to track down that liner off the bat of Eric Sogard.
Descalzo sprays that one up the middle. And he's 2 for 2 on the night, a single and a triple, and now 3 for 6 in his banana ball career.
Listen, the Alumni Association, they're swinging it tonight.
Love to see it. It's an 80-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Trackman had it leaving the bat at 91. Descalzo not known for his speed across 10 years of Major League Baseball. Only 26 steals and 41 tries. We'll see if Tyler Colvin most likely can hit him in from first here. Colvin bounced out to second his first time.
I don't know if I've ever seen a catcher do the splits. That was impressive.
Well, Leroy always keeps the people on their toes. Colvin back to Dalton Malden, who rips a trick play between the legs. The 38th in 40 attempts on the tour for the songbird of our generation.
Yeah.
And Dearman is able to strand the 2-out single at first base. Brett Tomko, thank you so much for joining us once again, my dear
I appreciate it, guys.
Great
Always
seeing
great
you, Brett.
seeing you. Till next time.
Good luck on the mound tonight.
I appreciate it.
There goes Brett Tomko, and as the Banana Band blasts away down below us, a really special treat as we have D. Strange Gordon with a mic on him as he heads out to the field. D.
What up, dog? What up? What up?
Let's go. How you living tonight, Big Tiger?
Living good. What, you going third, second, or short?
Oh, baby. Oh, my gosh. Dealer's choice here?
We're switching it up with the guys.
Some third base would be fun.
I play in second and short.
Okay, perfect. Second will do.
It don't matter. I thought he wanted to do something. Yeah, let's just squeeze. I go to second.
All right, so Sogard will take short,
Yep.
rather. Descalzo at third, and you'll take second base.
Yeah, want to go glove there, so,
That's a fact.
you know.
Okay, D, can you run us through your banana ball experience so far, man?
It's freaking awesome. And I wish I could play in the big leagues like this. That's so much more fun.
That's what we like to hear.
This is awesome. You guys are running a good organization, man. No matter what Guthrie says about you. So question.
Yes, what do you got?
Was those the first 2 runs we ever scored on you guys right there?
No, you guys have scored runs before.
Okay.
George Kataris had an RBI in the first matchup that led to a point being scored.
Okay.
But that is the first ever 2-run inning for the MLBPAA.
Yeah, we don't suck that bad.
Well, it's going to be 9, 10, and 1 for the Bananas. Bridges, Malden, and Meadows here. Bridges, the right fielder.
Ah, shit, get up.
Cranks that into right for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 3rd. He represents the inning-winning run, and now Dalton Malden will come on in and swing with Bridges at first.
Sorry, guys, got disconnected from you.
No worries, D. We still hear you. So what do you think about every inning being a game within itself, D?
Sorry, guys. Disconnected one more time.
No worries.
Hold on. Gotta play now.
I'm trying to get the headphones back in.
Hold on. I can't hear you, but you can hear me.
That's a fact.
Ah, shoot. Here!
Oh, diving stop. Flip from Sogard to second. Not in time because Bridges was off on the pitch. And it'll be a field single
that
for
thing, baby.
Malden.
I don't know.
And that's the Bananas being able to cash in on Noah Bridges' speed, going off on that pitch. It was Sogard wanting to flip to Gordon quickly, but the speed of Bridges able to get him in scoring position. The Bananas threatening in a 2nd straight inning.
Hot shot to short. Sogard to Strange Gordon to first. It's a wild throw. And Noah Bridges.
That's how we walk it off.
Is going to score the inning-winning run.
You look good doing it. That's my first double play in like a year.
D. Strange Gordon, thank you, my dear man. Enjoy the rest of the ball game, buddy.
That ball is so fucking small.
That is the beauty of live television. The beauty and the downside. D. Strange Gordon, as he said as he left the field, his first double play in a long while. And still not used to the banana ball. He eats that thing off the netting. And the Nanners up 2 points to zip as we got ourselves some pigs in a blanket. Brand new promotion. Jesse Cole, you can take it away.
And this is the 3 little pigs in a blanket race. Yes, we are inventing things as we go here. So we've got Josiah, Andrew, and Amelia. They're gonna run down to those sheets, get in the sheets, run all the way to 2nd, to 3rd, to get their parents, where their parents are gonna roll them like a pig in a blanket and bring them down home. Yes, that's what's happening. All right, it is time. 3 pigs, on your marks, get set, go. And there they go, Josiah, Andrew, and Amelia. And it's time for the blanket. And now they're in it, and it's time to run. There they go. Amelia's going somewhere. Great speed by Josiah and Andrew. Look at these pigs run. Josiah off to an early lead, but here comes Andrew and Amelia. Andrew's ahead. Now let's roll those pigs. Yep, we're doing this. Look at the rolling. This is not how we anticipate. Josiah is rolling. He's ahead of Amelia. And Andrew's coming back. Solid rolling here for these pigs in a blanket. This looks very dizzy. All right, Josiah's tied now with Andrew. Andrew's tucking and rolling. Josiah's now going towards, and looks like the winner is Andrew right here. Fans, let's hear it. Good job, touch home. And our winner in the pigs in a blanket. And these other parents just carrying Amelia. And there you have it, the pigs in a blanket race.
Thank you, Jesse Cole. He ends his time on the field by saying the first and the last pigs in a blanket race. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Our first frame tonight was tied at 2 runs apiece, so neither team able to nab a point. And the Nanners with back-to-back walk-offs to follow it up. So they are up by 2. And as we head to the 4th inning, we're joined by the head coach of the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association tonight, Curtis Granderson.
Hey, thanks for having me. Good to be up here. Nice AC up here as well. This is probably the best seats in the house.
That's a fact. Doesn't get better than this. Well, it's going to be John Buck here, who comes up to Big John. How apropos.
And he's big, too. You know, it was always good to have him do that playing against him. Big catcher, big tall guy, but just a gentle giant, you know. Great person. Hey, what's going on out there?
Looks like Vincent Chapman going to call time, throws away his mask, and he will boogie to the delight of our full capacity crowd. Have you ever seen anybody dance like Vincent Chapman?
Hey, that's flexibility, that's agility, and it's rhythm, and it's on beat. It's one thing to try to go out there and dance, but also be able to keep with the flow and all the different songs. You got all these different genres, from hip-hop to pop to dance to trance, and he doesn't miss a beat.
Curtis, we also saw you dancing in that third base coach's box. You looked pretty good out there.
Hey, if I get the right song on, you know, I might go ahead and do it. That's why I went with the linen suit tonight, so I had enough move to be able to flexible. You know, I don't want to pop a hole out there. This is a kid's show out there, you know. Got a lot of people out there that want to show them all that.
That's a fact. John Buck smoked a ball 105 miles an hour off the bat for a single. Now, what's going through your mind as you see Deeb apparently make a sliding catch, but you were immediately there to challenge it, and it was overturned?
Hey, so they said if there was a challenge, let me go out there and do it. But I didn't have the confetti gun, so I was like, all right, I got to make this challenge because the game's moving quick. If we don't get the challenge done between the pitch, I got to try to go ahead. And I got Mr. Buck his first career banana hit.
That's a fact. And it was tattooed. Well-deserved. He's ready for a 2-2 now from Christian Dearman. Woo. And he blows it past him.
That was pretty good.
A lot of movement on the Dearman two-seam fastball. That's his 3rd K of the game.
He's out there throwing that thing. And see, like I said, best seats in the house because it's one thing to see it from up here, but when you're standing in the batter's box trying to hit that, it makes it challenging. I don't care how long you've been playing or how long you have been playing. That's some tough stuff to hit right there.
That one just misses down. Now Lance Necro, who grounded out to first, into what was the first trick play on the tour for Dan Oberst.
And one of the things I like is just how fast the pitchers work. I always wanted that. You'd get into spring training, you'd have an inter-squad games, pitchers work fast. You do it during the regular season, they work fast. Then you get into the games, all of a sudden they want to slow down. Oh.
Shattered bat Dalton Malden will bounce it to first base for his 2nd trick play of the night. 39th of the tour.
No points for the broken bat?
No points for the broken bat, unfortunately.
I think that might be a new rule we have to add, you know. He brought his bat out. Now he doesn't get to bring the bat home.
You think a point should come with that?
Yeah, you know, because it's hard to do.
Christian Dearman will autograph the signed bat.
See? You wouldn't want to autograph anything that wasn't a point. So if you're going to autograph the bat, we might as well get a point for it.
Well, looks like Dearman, with 2 outs and nobody on, is going to bring in all of his fielders. This is a fascinating move. Now he unsheathes a katana.
Is he a samurai?
In his spare time. Looks like the banana is breaking out the Great Wall of Banana Land. Dearman, with his sword in hand, nearly clips George Kataris.
So here's the question now. If you go ahead and get hit right there, do you charge with the bat up against the knife? Or the sword, I should say. I mean, that would be something exciting, right?
Yeah, that's a duel I do want to see.
That'd be a good one.
Worth the price of admission.
Absolutely. Oh!
Head out.
Well out of the ballpark.
Right.
No chance for the fans to make a catch. So a 2-1 count on Kataris, who struck out his first time. Dearman throws the sword on the ground, back to a glove on his left hand.
Now, can I call a false start? I mean, it's one thing to have all the infield in, but they're all moving around. They're distracting my hitter up there. It's already difficult hitting right now.
Yeah, a lot of pre-snap motion as George able to spoil that one.
They got to get set. Let's go.
Another 2-2 coming from Mr. Electric. Cut and a miss. Dearman gets him swinging again. His 4th K of the night, and he gets a 1-2-3 inning with the Great Wall of Banana Land behind him. Feels like a great time, Curtis Granderson, to ask you what your experience has been like through 4 innings of Banana Ball.
It's been absolutely amazing. I was so excited to come as a fan, but I was hoping just to come and enjoy it. I love the city of Savannah, and then when I got invited by the MLB Players Alumni Association, they said, do you want to be a part of it? I was like, absolutely. I get a chance to not only watch it, but be around it. So, one, thank you to the Savannah Bananas for getting me out here. Thank you to the Alumni Association. City's been great. The fans have been great. And we're 4 innings. I know we're down right now, but that's all right. We still got a few more innings left to play.
Alongside Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala, this is Curtis Granderson, the 3rd coach of the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association. You joined Dave Stewart and Lou Piniella.
Wow, you know, they've been trying to get me to coach. I said, I'm not coaching at the MLB level, but when they called about the Bananas game, I said, count me in. So this might be my one and only, and I had to come and step it up. I got the suit ready for it. I'm out there. I've already had one challenge that was successful. So far, so good. Now we just got to get that W.
Do you feel like managerial tactics are any different in Banana Ball compared to traditional baseball?
Yeah, I have players that haven't played in a long time. So I'm trying to save some arms. The biggest advice I said was don't get hurt. We're already making a pitching change right now. Typically, Jeremy Guthrie would probably be ready to go, but we got to get Sean Kelly in there. And I hope he is able to get us through this inning. He's been enjoying himself in the dugout and in the locker room back there with some adult beverages. But I think he's going to be able to do what he needs to do as long as he focuses on the plate in the middle.
Well, yeah, that's encouraged in Banana Ball. We want you guys to have a great time. Is there any chance that you will insert yourself into this Banana Ball game?
You know, I got the linen suit on. It is flexible. You saw the dance moves out there, and my team is highly encouraging me to do so. But I'm enjoying the managing side. We're still close. We'll see. You know, I'm never saying never, but as of right now, I haven't taken a swing today. I haven't thrown a ball today. I haven't ran except for trying to make that challenge. That was as fast as I ran so far today. So we will see. If there's a way I can get out there and maybe stand and know I'm not going to pull something or twist something or hurt something, then all of a sudden the chances go up. But we'll still see. And if we keep the game close. So we got to get back into this thing, make it tight at the end.
Curtis, I'm not trying to egg you on in any particular way.
It's always happening here.
But
you know?
let's remember Kurt Gibson went up to the plate with one good leg in the World Series, and we saw what happened there.
And I had Kurt Gibson as a hitting coach over with the Tigers as I came up, and that's some good motivation right there. So maybe. Thing is, I have no bat. I got no batting gloves. You think I can go out there in these white Steve Maddens out there?
They are sweet.
As long as I don't slip in the batter's box. I just got to go no stride, and then I might be able to do it.
We get one of your former Yankees teammates, Sean Kelly.
Yeah. We had a good time together over there in the Bronx. Now I get a chance to do it here in Savannah.
It's going to be 2-3-4 for the Nanners against Kelly. A 1 count on Michael Vitamin D, the former White Sox minor leaguer.
There we go.
A little can of corn, and it will be handled by Necro and Wright.
Hey.
And how about Lance Necro doing a little front flip as he hits that catch? That is some fun out in right field, and we saw Necro play in Tampa, so kind of a Banana Ball veteran. You see him getting in on that action.
You know, we're going to surprise you with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and sure enough, Mr. Lance Necro out there can do his thing.
Now, another enormous surprise here in Banana Land is Brian Littrell pinch hitting in the first inning in the 3-hole. And he struck out then, but broke out a great choreographed dance and is now doing it again with the Nanners.
And you know what's interesting? Jeremy Guthrie and him are really good friends. They got a chance to meet way back when Backstreet was touring. Jeremy was playing. The two of them got a chance to meet. They connected from there. He's a big baseball fan. Jeremy was a big Backstreet fan. Whenever they'd be in the same city, Jeremy would go to the concert. He would go to the game. And now all of a sudden they get a chance to face each other here in Savannah.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. Guthrie would get the K on 3 pitches, although Littrell was dancing in the batter's box. The Nanners still dancing in foul territory as he fouls that one out, a 1-1 count.
But you know what's crazy? Not only is he trying to bat, he's got a microphone. He just finished doing dance moves. He's got a team that he's choreographing behind him. That makes it tough.
We're planning to have Brian in the booth later. He could have tried to steal first there, but he's here to swing the bat.
I like it. They want to see offense. Well, that is offense getting the first, but they want to see the swinging of the bat offense.
Correct.
There you go. And if you didn't get the strikeout the first at bat, I think you might have taken off. You know, you want to try to put the ball in play.
See what happens on the 2-2 here from Kelly. Fouled first base side. We'll do it again. Had you ever encountered any Backstreet Boys throughout your incredible career?
No, I wasn't lucky enough, but it's, like I said, a lot of firsts here. This is a great city in more ways than one. You brought me out and getting a chance to meet some superstars. So exciting to be out here and see it firsthand.
Another 2-2. Swung on and missed. Can't connect with the heater there. And Kelly picks up the K.
So far, Kelly's doing a good job finding that middle of the 3 plates. So that's all we needed from him. I think we're expecting hopefully 1 inning. Oh, wait a minute. Are we making a change? Nope, just a ball change.
Yeah, he just struck out a Backstreet Boys, so he wants that ball saved.
He wants to commemorate that. That's wise. It's 2 birds with 1 stone there. First banana ball strikeout, and it's of a Backstreet Boy.
Got to frame that one. I think that one might go in front of his first MLB strikeout. I mean, I don't think you're going to find anything bigger than that moment.
It's pretty mind-boggling stuff there. Now Dan Oberst. We put a drive into one, but it was tracked down by your center fielder, Brady Clark, who I think showed the best range I've ever seen out of a 50-year-old in center field.
Hey, that was amazing. And then you look out there, that is a big left center field, and he was ranging and he was going to get it. I talked to him after he said the ball was bouncing as I was running after it. I'm so tired now. He goes, keep an eye on me because you may have to come get me in a little bit.
He's going to get some more action. This one on the ground, though, as Dan going to try and turn it into a hustle double. He does. I had already circled single in my scorebook.
You got the erasable ink over there?
Not at all.
Oh, no. That's all right. Scratch it out.
Correct.
And just initial it, like you do on your tax form.
So Dan, the potential inning-winning run in scoring position. And Eric Jones Jr. A sprint his first time that tied the first inning.
Oh, Kelly's getting mad right now. He's asking, okay, where is that?
Vincent Chapman saying it was down. Front door bender, tap to D. Strange Gordon, who bobbles the ball. And EJ will reach on the E6. Now the potential inning-winning run at third. It's got to be pretty cool to be able to pack some serious talent on your team, currently on the left side of the infield in D. Strange Gordon and Eric Sogard.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, these are some of the most athletic players that I got a chance to play against throughout the course of my career. I always remember them when I'm stepping on the field. It's like, all right, just try to avoid hitting the ball to them. They're so athletic. They're going to definitely get to it and possibly make a play on it. But if you are able to get on base successfully and make it to where they're at second or third, the conversations with the two of them were always good. Just loose and relaxed. It's just kind of what the Bananas stand for, keeping it light, having fun, and we would also do that on the field when we were playing against each other.
Leroy fouls that one off. Line drive single his first time around. Malachi Mitchell pinch ran firm and scored the inning-winning run in the second. And a quick 0-2 count.
All right, let's go ahead and get him right here. Throw him the dark one.
Sean Kelly pounding the zone. Potential inning-winning run 90 feet from scoring. Bill Leroy only with 18 strikeouts on the tour. It is the third lowest amount when it comes to everyday players between the Bananas and Party Animals.
That's pretty good. Anytime you can put the bat on the ball, it doesn't matter what level you're playing at. It's hard not to strike out.
Now a 2-2 count. Yeah, that is 18 strikeouts in 222 plate appearances for Leroy.
That's amazing. I'd like that. Some good bat-to-ball skills. And I'm sure he's been facing a lot of different arms, angles, velocity, deception, and just constantly putting the ball in play.
Big 2-2. That one lifted towards left. Luis Montañez will collect
That's
it.
some good placement right there.
And how about your former teammate? He's able to survive the 2-out rally.
There he is. Let's get him some hydration. Let's get him in, get him some ice, all that good stuff.
And we'll throw it down to Emily Cole as we shout out our Bananas Foster Family of the Night, and then we'll be back with Curtis Granderson.
When Jesse and I started fostering 3 years ago, we learned a lot about the foster care world, including the fact that there are over 400,000 kids across the country in care without a permanent home. So we started a 501c3 dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care community while educating and hopefully inspiring others to get involved. The name of that nonprofit is Bananas Foster, and tonight we have the honor of celebrating the Allen family. Cece and Robbie were licensed for 2 years and welcomed 8 children into their home. The goal with foster care is always reunification, and they were able to successfully reunify most of those kids. Their last placement they got at 5 months old, and after 2 years of being with them, they successfully adopted him and welcomed him into their family permanently. Fans, please stand and help us recognize this amazing family for everything they're doing right here in our community for kids and families.
Always an insanely special moment in Banana Land when we get to honor the superheroes in the foster community. Tonight it's the Allen family, Cynthia and Robbie, who in just 2 years have now welcomed in their 8th child, and a group hug from the Bananas and former major leaguers alike. You love to see it.
It's awesome, and in so many different ways, not only from just the foster side of it, but it's just the connection in baseball. As we're going up through the minor leagues and even independent ball, you have host families, which are kind of like that. They've invited you into their house where they don't have to, and they've made you be a part of the family, get you comfortable to allow you to do what you need to do throughout the course of your career. So I'm glad that they're paying homage to this. A little bit different scenario, but definitely highly needed and just truly appreciated.
Well, it's also an excellent segue because, I mean, we could talk about your career accolades, a 3-time All-Star, you get to play in a World Series with the Mets, but a Roberto Clemente Man of the Year, 4-time Marvin Miller Man of the Year award. I mean, one of baseball's great humanitarians. Just, I mean, I'm in awe of being able to be here next year. I mean, it's tremendous what you've been able to do with Major League Baseball throughout your career.
Well, I truly appreciate it, and one of the things that I've always remembered is I didn't get here by myself. There's a lot of people that helped me along the way, whether it was family, whether it was friends, the community, coaches, all these different individuals, and now I'm in a position where I can hopefully help others get to where they want to go. And that's where it comes from. My job title is no better than anybody else's. It's just different. So there's people that teach and are in education or in hospitality or in law enforcement. They all have their own special way of how they're trying to help people, and I'm trying to be able to do the same thing right now.
You comment on how important a host family can be. I had a host, Paula Berman, in my 2.5-month contract back in 2020. This is now my 4th year with the Bananas, and I'm still with Paula.
Nice. Yeah. You know, hey. It's all about making sure that fridge is stocked, because we will come in there and eat up some food in a heartbeat. You don't realize how much baseball players can eat.
That's a fact. You keep mowing the lawn, make sure that you're doing as much work around the house as possible, and everybody's happy. D.R. Meadows attacking the fly ball from Luis Montañez. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Christian Dearman here in the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Brady Clark, the center fielder, who reached on a 1-base sprint his first time. Had a ball and no strikes.
What I want you all to do is do a post-game interview with the players. Playing 8-9 innings after not playing, ask them how they feel, how their knees are, how their hips are feeling. The Alumni Association, I'm sure the Bananas, this is like their 81st game.
Correct.
So they should be feeling all right. But for some of us, including myself, like I said, I'm just up here standing, but I know for them out there, this is going to be a very interesting night for them.
That's a fact. We're going to try to get to the party plaza after the game, which is a whole nother world in itself. And we will try and find some of your fellow former major leaguers to chat as Brady Clark gets his 2nd sprint in as many plate appearances.
There goes Guthrie following behind him. Are we going to do a 2-for-1 right here?
Looks like Guth is going to pinch run. He's joined the base paths, and now we'll get the fist bump and attempt to replace his center fielder. He succeeds.
I like it. See, that's where we got to go ahead and conserve. We still got a few more innings here. Our center fielder's smart there. It's a big outfield. You know, he's got to save those legs. And Guthrie's athletic, so this isn't one of those base running moves where we're like, okay, you're putting out there someone that can't move. Guthrie can get out there and get going.
He's an athlete. Chris Snyder, who struck out swinging his first time. Dearman got him on the slider. It's behind no balls and 2 strikes.
Now, the only thing you don't want to see is Guthrie slide. Watching pitchers slide, you just hold your breath right there.
That's a fact. Another fluttering breaking ball. And Snyder comes up empty. That is a nasty bender that Mr. Electric is equipped with. His 5th punch out of the night. And the MLBPAA lineup will turn on its head. D. Strange Gordon at the top of the order.
Now, this one could be interesting. You know, D's known for hitting triples. You hit a triple, you got a pitcher at first base. How far will he run? Will he stop at second? Will he keep trying to score? We just got to wait and see.
Yeah, D could track down Guth here.
He might. That'd be fun to see. Could he catch him?
When we see Banana Ball, it's a game all about speed. Of course, you've got a 2-hour time limit. You're wanting pitchers to work quick, but it also aids those speedy guys when it comes to breaching on ball 4 sprints. And you even saw with the balls getting away from the Bananas infield early, just how dangerous D was on the base pass for you guys.
Put pressure on the defense. That's what it's all about. Just make them try to handle the ball and get to it. And it's not always as easy as it is. So look at D. That's all he does is hit.
2 for 3 on the night. Another single as Guthrie hustles into second. DR was thinking about trying to force him out there. You're a guy with 153 stolen bases in your MLB career, so you know what it's like to be trying to build pressure that will hopefully burst a pipe.
And this will be interesting because the pitchers are quick pitching. They're doing all these crazy things, so you got to try to time it up and think when you're going to go. I think you could maybe catch them slipping, maybe a delayed steal here, or, you know, try to catch them when they're throwing the ball back to the pitcher.
Eric Sogard.
Here we go. All right, here we go. We got to send Guthrie. Send him. What are we doing?
That's why you didn't send him. Perfect strike home for
Let's
DR
go.
Well, a sprint and 2 singles.
And you just never know, even though it was a perfect throw. Once we got that play at the plate. Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Eric Sogard.
There we go. I like this change right here. See? That's how we do it.
Love that swap. D for Guthrie. Strange Gordon now 90 feet from scoring. Here's Daniel Descalzo.
And we might need to make one more. We might need to put Sogard over there for Guthrie as well. Put him back at first base.
I like that idea. Danny 2 for 2 on the night. A single and a triple. And he's got a 1-1 count on him. Descalzo now 3 for 6 in his Banana Ball career as he gets that one right back to Dearman. Throw to home 1, throw to first in time.
Yeah!
Let's go. Up the line.
Let's send them. We need some runs. We need some runs. Let's
Bill
go.
Leroy trying to bounce the ball to first base. And
there we go.
And Sogard will both score.
All righty, so.
That was 3 outs, was it not?
Oh, that's a fact. No, you're spot on, Josh.
It was 3 outs.
They don't know. They don't know. They can't see. The heat's getting to them, the humidity.
That's going to be 2 runs for the MLBPAA.
No, Chris Walker is signaling that was 3 outs, which is the right call.
So it's no runs for the MLBPAA. We had a fly out, a strikeout, and a force out at home. Josh Talevsky, you never miss a beat. Where the umpires have been having trouble counting balls, strikes, and outs recently.
Everybody's confused.
This is the 4th time in the last 5 games that there's been some kind of ball strikes.
Look, Heath Bell saying it too.
Okay, we figured it out. It's going to be a 1-2 fielder's choice to end the inning. Pandemonium here.
Hey, we're adding to it, so it's interesting. We have some kids and family on the field, and the big, tall gentleman with the white T-shirt is a buddy of mine that I grew up and went to high school with by the name of Mike Holba. Played baseball and basketball with him, and those are his kids out there.
How about this? So we call this the father-son catch.
Uh-oh. Let's see. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if you see how tall he is. He's 6'9".
Correct. And instead of throwing baseballs back and forth, the father-son catch means that he needs to catch his 2 sons out on the field.
I don't know if he can do it. I mean, he was a quarterback, and he was not a very mobile quarterback, that is. He also played first base on our baseball team. But, he got a good start right there. Let's see.
Pretty good.
Yeah, let's see. This is going to be... he's going after the smallest one. He is a smart dad. He was a Notre Dame grad, so he went after the slowest one. But he's got moves on him.
Yeah, in the open field, I mean, there's so many different evasive maneuvers that can be employed.
He's supposed to get all of them?
He needs his second son. And that's going to be the tough one.
Yeah. Maybe should have went after the big one first.
Right. And out in center field on the warning track, his opponent has corralled both his kids.
I like it.
It's a new take on the father-son catch.
Yes, and on a big field, too. You know, you got to try to do this on a Little League field, not on a big 400-plus feet to center field.
Okay, so your former teammate, Sean Kelly, is going to go 1 inning. It's scoreless. And the third man to pitch for you guys is Brett Tomko.
Looking good. He's been super excited as he's been here today. Very hyped from yesterday's team dinner to today and getting himself ready to roll. So this will be another exciting one to get on the mound for us tonight.
So you guys had a team dinner last night. How did that go?
It was good. We were trying to do everything we could to muster up a strategy and a plan by also feeding the bellies to get ready for today. But it was good to get a chance to meet up a lot of places that we hadn't seen in a very long time. And, you know, with this great event and this great opportunity to be able to do so last night to break bread. And now here we are on the field.
So have you goofed around in Savannah before?
Yes. Yeah, I've enjoyed it from not only the food scene, just walking around trying to see all the different parks, getting down to the river, and just having a great time. And I've heard about the sand gnats. I witnessed that briefly in my last visit. I was here at the beginning of the year, and I was like, there's stuff all over me. What's going on? My ankles, my arms, my this, my that. So far tonight, I've been all right. I'm not sure if they're out at this time of the year or not.
Yeah, the bugs are vicious. This is Tomko's third banana ball appearance, and he's going to start it with a fly out to right.
This is a big field. Hit the ball on the ground. It became.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen a field with a 16-foot wall from left center all the way to the right field foul pole. Just a brief intermission in right center where it's 12 feet.
It makes you think, who was playing here that they said, you know what, whoever this is playing here is hitting the ball out of the ballpark. So we need to go ahead and try to put a couple little deterrents there. And let's go to the biggest part of the field, because that must be where oh, I like this.
Some trickery from your teammates. Who's got the ball? It's going to be Chris Snyder, Daniel Descalzo,
Nice.
rather, and he gets a strike. So the shortstop has Danny Hosley behind 0-1, and now a bender nearly takes off his head.
So clearly you guys have your scouting report on the Bananas. You've seen some of the little entertainment pieces that have worked, stealing some strikes.
We have, and you also saw we had a couple players that have done it before, so we mixed in some veterans with some new players, and we also had some old games on at the dinner last night, so we're watching, trying to see, okay, this worked, this didn't work, maybe we can incorporate that as a part of our plan for tonight's game.
I love the strategy and the planning that's being employed here. Brett Tomko with 2 quick outs. That one all the way to the backstop. Noah Bridges is here to swing it, though. Not every day you get an at-bat against a man who spent 14 years in Major League Baseball.
That's got to be exciting, too, you know, all these players that are on the field playing and the names that you're bringing in to get a chance to face them from all across the not only different leagues, but the world. I mean, it truly is an international affair what you've been able to do with the Bananas, and I know the players are excited. We're excited to get a chance to play against them, meet them, talk to them, and it's truly just awesome what you guys are able to do.
It's a heck of a curveball, and he follows it up with an 85-mile-an-hour heater, according to TrackMan. That is not bad at all.
Well, we saw back in Tomko's career, he was a guy with a 6-pitch mix out there on the mound. You saw a fastball, slider, change, curve, sinker, and cutter for him. So he's still using that arsenal here against Bridges.
He said he's probably just fastball, curveball, cutter at this point in his career, although the changeup was money for him back in the day. Good location on another 85-mile-an-hour heater there for a foul ball.
You can always go to the changeup. I feel like that's one of those pitches that they never lose. You know, it doesn't put too much strain on you if you want to throw it, but maybe not tonight.
Right at 50 years old, gets the strikeout on the curveball. A 1-2-3 inning. He was terrific.
And very quick as well. That's 2 minutes and 36 seconds for Brett Tomko. Anything under 3 minutes, an excellent mark.
Love it. Quicker, the better.
Doozy of a bender at 71, so 14 miles per hour difference between the heater and the curveball. And as Matt Wolf gets rolled out by his coaches, Tyler Gillum and Adam Byron, we have to bid you adieu, Curtis, because you have been so gracious with your time, but you got to get back to your former major leaguers and hopefully coach them to a 3-run comeback here tonight.
Hey, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish, but thank you very much for letting me come up here. Again, appreciate you. You're doing an amazing job. For everyone that's listening and watching, if you haven't had a chance to come out and check it out, definitely come check it out. It truly is absolutely amazing in person. But of course, keeping up with it online, social, follow them all. Follow the Bananas. Check it out on YouTube. all those great things, and definitely get a chance to be a part of the Bananas.
Curtis Granderson, you are quite literally the best. Thank you so much, man.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Curtis.
There goes the manager of the MLBPAA tonight, who follows up Dave Stewart and Lou Piniella. Couldn't have picked a better guy for the job. And he has coached his team to just a 2-point deficit with 5 innings in the books and still 4 more on the docket, 50 minutes on the clock.
And once again, you're seeing these post or pre-game dinners, you're seeing the strategy is paying off for these pitchers as they're working very quick and still finding ways to get these outs. Now the MLBPAA have a very tough task, though, as Matt Wolf has over 20 trick pitches in his arsenal that he's going to throw out at these former big leaguers.
Yeah, he came to Bananaland with about 18 last year when he tried out and wowed us all in early February of 2022. Now he's pushing close to 30. He was up to 27 different pitches by his last count. Born in Joy, Oklahoma, he now calls OKC home. Capital of the Sooner State, where he's a firefighter. And now he eyes up Tyler Colvin, a cleanup man for the former major leaguers, as Matt Wolf loses the suspenders and gets a strike at the top of the zone. Colvin, the first baseman, has grounded out to Dalton Malden at second twice. John Buck on deck, Lance Negro in the hole, and an 0-2 count.
And we've seen Matt Wolf put up some really great numbers against challenger opponents in 5 innings, just a 3.60 earned run average and a 3-minute and 4-second average MPI, as Noah Bridges will range into foul territory and come up with the snag here, retiring Tyler Colvin and rip a backflip.
What a celebration from the man out of Four Oaks, North Carolina, as he takes care of the pride of Augusta, Georgia. And now Big John, all 6 feet 2 inches of him. He is by far the largest 6'2" man I've ever seen in my entire life. If you asked me, I would have said 6'5". Screaming line drive for a single to left his first time. He has his manager Curtis Granderson to thank for that, as it was challenged behind the back with the glove to the bounce, barehanded Ryan Cox. An absolute doozy of a trick play for his 131st of the season.
And that's one of the newer trick plays that we've seen developed in the arsenal of Ryan Cox. That one an absolute beauty. You just see smoothness throughout the whole play. Incredibly fluid, and the bounce as well, being able to just pick it up so easily and fire it over to first for a perfect strike. Amazing from Coxie.
Trackman had that one leaving the bat at 96 miles an hour. Matt Wolf in his bag of tricks. The 1-1 to Lance Negro, a healthy hack and a miss. One-two is bounced, and Bill Leroy with a no-look stab is able to knock the ball down. 2-2 coming with 2 down. Negro is grounded out to first and second tonight. It's been all 4 years of his MLB career with the San Francisco Giants. And fouls that one off just a bit early as it rolls to our third base cameraman, Kwanzi. Behind his head, Bill Leroy tries to frame it. It's going to be a payoff pitch coming now. Line drive, base knock for Negro. He's now 2 for 7 in his young banana ball career.
And that was Matt Wolf ditching the trickery and going for a perfectly placed strike there, but hard to sneak those fastballs past some big league hitters as Lance Negro continues to hit well early on in his banana ball career.
That one just misses high. 1-0 count on George Kotaris, who was struck out in both his at-bats against Mr. Electric, Christian Dearman. An athletic play there by Bill Leroy to keep that one from venturing to the backstop. In fact, Vincent Chapman actually called that first offering a strike. So it'll be 1-1 on Kotaris. hesitation pitch fouled off. Fans don't make a play on it. 2 strikes now on Georgie, who played for 7 different teams across his 7-year MLB career. A little whoopsie-doo. That ball cranked to right. Noah Bridges perfectly placed to grab it. He secures 2 of the 3 outs on the inning, and Matt Wolf pitches around the 2-out single to keep the former major leaguers off the board. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, Nanners up by 2 in the all-important points category. The incredible group of special guests just rolls on. Now it is Brian Littrell in the booth with us. Are you kidding me? Representing the Backstreet Boys.
What's going on?
It was about 30 years ago that you started your incredible, one of the greatest boy bands of all time, and I'm sure you were all thinking, man, if we can just create this musical group, maybe one day one of us will get to play for the Savannah Bananas.
That was my thought exactly. Exactly. When I grow up, I want to be a banana. So, dream come true today. I just want to thank Jesse and his wife, and just like the whole culmination of like everybody and what they do. It's magic, man. You guys are awesome.
So, Brian,
thank you.
Tell us why you decided to grace us with your presence here in Banana Land tonight.
Well, it ain't nothing but a heartache,
Oh, yeah.
No, it's actually a short story. A good buddy of mine, Jeremy Guthrie, who pitches for the MLB team, he called me up. He was like, hey, you want this opportunity to come play some baseball? And he knew that I grew up playing baseball. And what an opportunity. I live just north of Atlanta. So I thought, hey, I'll make the drive, come down. Today's actually my 23rd anniversary with my wife, Leanne. She's back at home. I think she's watching tonight on YouTube. I want to say I love you, baby. I miss you, and can we go out to dinner tomorrow night? So, yeah,
like a fair
she's
deal.
let me live a dream, not just playing baseball, but married to her for 23 years. So that's living a dream.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
This
is amazing. How does it feel? Does anybody ask you questions like how does it feel to be able to do this? Because what's going on is so much fun. It's all about the show. Yes, it's a little about the game, but it's based around the fans. This is magical, guys. This is really magical. I know we're at the top of the inning, so I'll let you get back to work.
Oh, no, that's a fact, though, Brian. I mean, it is rare that our guests come up here and ask us how we're feeling about it, but it's mind-boggling. I mean, this is my 4th year with the team. When I came here, I signed a 2.5-month contract to broadcast baseball, and now all of a sudden, I'm seeing Brett Tomko, who I grew up watching throughout his 14-year Major League Baseball career. He is now pitching to Dakota Stilts Albritton, who is 5 feet elevated thanks to his stilts.
Yes.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah. He's doing the trifecta tonight because I think he's playing first base next inning.
That is the plan, and we might just see him on the bump as well. So a 1-1 count. Tomko was able to work a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th inning, trying to repeat the performance as that one's fouled off.
Little history lesson. I grew up in Lexington, Kentucky, so the Cincinnati Reds were my team. So it was a Johnny Bench, like the
Big Red Machine.
The Big Red Machine, baby.
That is a pretty cool team to get to grow up watching.
Yeah, it really was. Pete Rose and, all that stuff. Oh!
Cutting a miss. Tomko gets the strikeout of Stilts.
How hard does it have to be to hit in those?
It's obviously insanely hard, but Dakota has taken it to a whole new level this year. He came into the at-bat 7 for 22, which means he's hitting .318. He's also worked 3 sprints and been hit by a pitch, so he had a .423 on base percentage. He's been very productive.
So he's putting in the work, huh?
Correct. He was at the bottom of the order, and now we will go to D.R. Meadows at the top.
Ooh.
Yeah, he is fooled by that Brett Tomko curveball. That is nasty tonight.
It's a breaking ball, low and away.
Flail and miss from the doctor. And Tomko front doors that one. It ends up below the zone, clangs off the mask of John Buck.
Now, the cool thing I didn't know is that on a pass ball, the runner can run to first base. I'm just trying to educate the listeners, right?
That's a fact.
I had no idea. It's pretty cool.
The rules of our game are quite intricate.
Yeah.
It's one of the more forgotten rules when you think about fans catching foul balls for outs, and of course the sprint rule, no bunting. It's kind of hidden in there that on a wild pitch or pass ball, you can steal first. 3-1 to DR. Cut on and missed. That pitch disappeared below the knees.
Third baseman's not giving him any respect. He's right up in his mouth.
Yeah, Sogard on the grass as DR fouls off the payoff. Going to be another 3-2 coming from Tomko, who's retired all 4 bananas so far in his relief appearance. And a cut and miss. No, fouled at the dish.
Okay.
The doctor stays alive.
He hangs on. Hanging on. Protect that zone. Got to protect that zone.
DR is a very tough man to strike out, as he just barely gets lumber on that one.
Man.
Only 17 Ks compared to 22 ball 4 sprints on the tour. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Walked off the 3rd inning on a fielder's choice. And he cranks that one to Sogard. In on the grass, he's able to knock it down and get the out.
Man. He was playing him up front, too. He knew what he was doing.
It turns out to be perfect positioning from Aaron Sogard, shading in, making a fine throw to retire a very speedy runner in DR Meadows. And Brian, I mean, you've gotten a couple innings under the belt, 2 ABs. I mean, what has impressed you about Banana Ball and just this crowd atmosphere here in Grayson Stadium?
You know, it's all about the fans. I mean, that's what it's about. The show should be about the fans, and the baseball is spectacular. It's top level, top notch, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's just fun to be a part.
That's great to hear, man. Now it's going to be Michael D. 2-base sprint with the ribeye his first time. Came around to score the inning-tying run in the first. That one just misses the outside corner. Flew out to right his last trip to the dish. Chops that one foul. Jake the Magician coaching first. Narrowly avoids the bouncer.
I have to say, I did make contact.
Yeah, that is...
I hit a major league pitcher.
How incredible is that? This one sprayed to short. D. Strange Gordon across the diamond over to Colvin in time. And Brett Tomko has faced 6 bananas. He's retired them all, picking up 2 strikeouts along the way. Excellent relief appearance as we honor the military members, both past and present, here in historic Grayson Stadium, as you get another look at the smooth play from Strange Gordon at short to end the frame. And as we head to the 7th inning, that means we're giving away a free pair of Hokas. To get your shot at the Hokas, you have to click the link in the comments section or in the description of the broadcast here on YouTube. Fill out all your contact information, and in the buzzword section, type in MLBs. That is MLBs, MLBEES, because we have bees all over historic Grayson Stadium, and what a great time to get to chat with the owner of this here club, Mr. Jesse Cole, the man in the yellow tux. How unbelievable is it to you that this is the 3rd time on the tour the Nanners are facing off against a team entirely made up of former Major League Baseball players?
It's so cool to see these guys. You know, I watch him and seeing how great it is, and that they looked up to him, and seeing the moments from D. Brown and all this. I mean, it's really, really special. These guys watch these players, and now they're going to play against them. It's amazing.
Now, are there any guys you've seen for the MLBPAA who you think could straight up be an everyday banana baller next year?
Well, you know, it's obvious when you look right at D. Brown, you know, what he played last year in the bigs. He's got the flair, already a couple hits. He's having fun out there. He fits the mold pretty well. But, you know, all these guys, they've already asked, can we come try out next year? They want to be a part of it, which is amazing.
Hey, Jesse, this is Brian. I'm in the booth, right? And speaking of a question, I was thinking about auditioning. Could I try out? Is that okay?
I think you got the choreography, you got the singing skills. We need to work on the swing a little bit, but that's going to take some practice.
Okay, a real question. When you met your wife, that day, that very day that you met your wife, did you know that you were going to marry her?
The first time I saw her with the confidence, she was working a table, and I was blown away, and I knew it from that moment we were going to be together.
Come on, man.
Yes.
That's a love story.
Thanks for getting into the love story right here. Never gone that route, Brian, but I'm open to it.
Well, you know, we're in the baseball diamond, but I thought I'd make it emotional.
Appreciate it.
Jesse, thank you so much, my dear friend.
Thank you, guys. Love you, Bigo.
There goes Jesse. Love you too, Mr. Cole. Always good to hit him with a curveball. Never know when you have a Backstreet Boy in the booth that's going to get to jump in on the interview.
We get to say, all right.
That's a fact. Connor Higgins back on the mound.
Nice pitch.
First appearance
Inside.
in a bit.
Ooh.
Follows up a 92-mile-an-hour fastball with 91, according to TrackMan. And Luis Montañez behind 1-2.
We call that tic-tacs. Tic-tacs. He's throwing tic-tacs because it's so fast. Looks like a tic-tac.
I love that. Cutting a miss on the slider all the way to the backstop. Montañez running to first.
Nice.
In time from Leroy.
Woo.
What a way to complete the K.
Good hustle play right there. Hustle play from the catcher.
And not only is it a K for Connor Higgins, but it gets the fans here in Grayson Stadium some free donuts. It gets Dakota Stiltz Albritton a little action at first base, too.
Look at that donut flying. That's awesome.
Love to see it. Duncan making the 220th straight sold-out crowd here in historic Grayson Stadium go crazy. Higgins, who spent 5 years in the Los Angeles Angels minor league system, making it up to AAA in Salt Lake City. 3 years at Arizona State before that. As the bottom of the order here, he's already taken care of Montañez in the 8-hole, and now Brady Clark, the center fielder hitting 9th, will be pinch hit for. Looks like it's going to be Corey Guerin representing the home state Braves, who is behind 0-1.
Outside corner. Heat.
Yeah, tough matchup when you got 92 painted on the black.
Ooh.
And then he follows it up with 93 cut on and missed.
It's called gas.
Guerin, a pitcher throughout his 9-year career in the bigs. Takes the heater down and out. 1-2 count now. And he's going to cut and miss on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, he spent the majority of his career, parts of 7 years in the National League, so he did get to swing at some nasty stuff, but certainly not the matchup that I think he envisioned coming out to face here.
Welcome to Banana Ball.
That's a fact. Higgins is going to get the 2 Ks, and we'll get a change of speeds as Dakota Stiltz Albritton will trade spots with him. Higgins to first, Stiltz to the rubber.
Stiltz is just a little taller. Just a little taller. The angle of the ball is a little different.
We go from 6'5" in the southpaw out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, to 10 feet 9 inches tall, with the pride of Ellaville, Georgia on the bump now.
And Stiltz has appeared in 11 games against challenger opponents on the tour for the Bananas. Get this, he still hasn't allowed an earned run to challengers. He has been wildly effective in all of his appearances.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's going to be Chris Snyder here. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Both those plate appearances were against Christian Dearman, and he went down swinging on sliders. Stiltz does equip a slider as well, and he nearly plunks Snyder here on the first offering. Cut and a miss. That was well located on the outside corner.
I have a question. Who would dare try that? What we're watching right now.
You know, it's a great question. That one fouled off, so a 1-2 count. Dakota came to our tryout for the One City World Tour in 2021, playing just on the field as a normal banana baller, and then just mentioned in an offhanded comment to one of us that he did bring some 4-foot stilts, and he could try to take some swings on it. And we said, yeah, Dakota, I think you should try that. And he is now in his 3rd year with the team.
I would have been like, tell me why.
Correct.
Tell me why would you do that?
That's a great question.
Why would you do that? He asked me in the dugout earlier. He was like, hey, Brian, you want to switch? And I was like, no. I do not want to switch. Because I do not want to kill myself on those stilts.
It's going to be a sprint for Snyder.
Uh-oh.
Bananas bringing around the infield. They will get it to the outfielders, who now are the 6th, and Michael Deeb, the 7th and final man, who had to touch it before the ball is live.
Yep. Just to explain that rule, when there's a walk, is anybody watching? If you're not a Banana fan, you're tuned in tonight. When there's a walk, everybody, all 9 players have to touch the ball until, that guy can stop. So it's pretty cool.
That's a fact. And, of course, it starts with the pitch coming from the pitcher to the catcher. So they're out of the equation right out the get-go. It's just the infield and outfield who then have to touch the ball before it's live.
So 7 guys, right? Let's do the math.
Once the pitch is in there, yes.
Ooh.
Now D. Strange Gordon, who is 2 for 3 on the night. A pair of singles in the 1st and 5th.
He's the star tonight. He's carrying that MLB team.
Makes sense. He was playing for the Nationals a year ago as Michael Deeb gets rid of the glove.
Oh!
Barehanded. It clings off his left hand. And he is going to fire the ball in and able to keep Corey Gearin at third base. And Strange Gordon figured the ball was just going to be caught. He is still at first base, although we all know he can get to second pretty easily. He's already swiped 1 pack tonight.
Yeah, you love the confidence there from Michael Deeb, and the Bananas are up a couple points in this ball game. Usually you see Deeb catch balls with a little bit more loft on them when he's trying to barehand. That one came in at a liner. You saw Deeb kind of make up his mind a little late there, and that's probably what factored into the trick play miss, as Connor Higgins almost had a chance to snag a liner foul.
I think that ball hit the bag, you guys.
Yeah, that one was close.
I'm telling you, I think it hit the bag.
Chris Walker disagrees with Brian Littrell.
They did not challenge.
A resident
okay.
Backstreet Boy in the booth. And this one on a hop to Eric Jones, who goes underneath 2 legs.
Trick play.
That is great work from the former Mariners and Twins minor leaguer.
Trick play number what? Trick play number what?
That is his 17th trick play in 20 tries on the tour.
Ooh. Okay, because I know guys hit 500 like a couple of days ago, right?
That's a fact. Last
so
Friday
we're
in Des Moines, Iowa.
What number are we at now?
Oh, now we're
500 and total.
Ooh.
Let's add it all up.
That's a juicy one.
That's a juicy one.
Coming into the ball game, the Bananas had 317, and the Party Animals had 230. So that's 547 in total. And now I'll pass it off to Josh.
Ooh.
You took the words right out of my mouth there. It's really good work.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I didn't know if we had a tally going tonight, but there's been a handful of trick plays.
There should be a tally.
Stand by.
Yes.
Stand by.
We will get that answer when the Bananas are done with their boogieing. And I know you are a man who has made a career off of, obviously, incredible music, but also phenomenal choreography. So you have to appreciate what you're seeing here.
This is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Just, multi-generational. Like, this is what baseball is. It's like you grow up as a little boy or a little girl loving the game. And this is, like, what fun to come to a park and enjoy this, And these dancers, they're fabulous. Fabulous. The Banana Nanas.
We like to call them the greatest dance troupe this side of the Mississippi.
I love it.
They are breaking it down. Practically can see sparks flying under their shoes as they hit the grass. Another tremendous performance from the Nanas, and Josh has our updated trick play total.
That's correct. We have seen an average of 6 trick plays per challenger game on this year's tour. The Bananas have 7 tonight already, giving them 554 total trick plays when you also count for the Party Animals total.
Come on now. You're a walking textbook. I love it. I love
it. Thank you.
Josh is on it. Hey guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Ryan, thank you
so much. I'm going to go try to fill in, maybe run a base or play the outfield. I could have caught that left field one if I wasn't trying to trick play. Just saying.
You try a trick play, you make it, it's in the books. I want to see it.
I just want to make it happen.
We'll start with that.
We'll start with that.
If you get another opportunity,
we'll start with that.
Maybe you can get crazy.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Listen, all the fans out in Banana Land, we appreciate you. You guys do not miss an opportunity to see the Savannah Bananas. If they're on tour near you, get a ticket.
Brian Littrell, you're a superstar. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
There goes one of our Backstreet Boys, the first Backstreet Boy to ever play in a banana ball game. Never thought I would utter those 10 words. Took me a while to count that out, and while I was doing it, D-Mac popped out.
I was getting really confused at what you were doing there. You just froze on me.
It was actually 12 words. Yeah, it was tough. Quick.
Upon further review.
Brian Littrell trying to pick his moment to leave the broadcast booth because a fun fact about him, scared of heights, and it is a pretty wild catwalk to leave, and now he's gonna send it. There he goes. Chad Reese, our coordinating producer, checks on him. He goes horse blinders mode, so he can just look straight ahead and not at the crowd, out 35 feet below him. Dan Oberst with the single, he takes off for second, and he will have his 42nd steal in 47 attempts on the tour.
If I had a nickel for every time we had somebody scared of our catwalk, I'd have 75 cents.
Let's go really quick math there, Josh. A reminder, we are in our Hokas giveaway inning as Chris Snyder bodies that bouncer from Colin Ballister. Our buzzword tonight is MLBs. That is MLBEES. Because, of course, we have the former MLB men playing the Bananas tonight, and we also have bees all over Grayson Stadium currently, although we are trying to move them to a better place to live.
We're humanitarians at heart.
Well, bees are dying at an alarming rate, so you got to take care of them when you can. My dad was a beekeeper back in the day.
I was not ready for that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
It's a fact. They're very important for the ecosystem.
Oh, I'm aware of that. I watched Jerry Seinfeld's Bee Movie.
That's such a good movie. I almost got a shirt one time with every single word in the Bee Movie script on it.
You like jazz?
Good work, Josh. It was a spot-on Seinfeld right there. Eric Jones Jr. will take the sprint on the payoff pitch, and Dan Oberst going to score easily from second, which will walk off the frame and add a third point to the tally for the Nanners. Now 7 innings behind us, and that is the end of our Hokas giveaway tonight. EJ with his second inning-ending sprint of the evening. The first was not a walk-off because he actually ran past second and was tagged out, although it did tie the first inning. He grabs his team-leading 29th sprint of the tour, and he is now tied in the RBI department with 52 of them. One spot behind Jake Skoll and Bryson Bloomer for the top notch on the season.
He's the first Banana on the tour to cross the 50 threshold. And how about this? Across his last 3 games, Eric Jones Jr. has 4 ball-4 sprints. All 4 of them have brought around a runner.
And he grabs his 20th walk-off in one fell swoop. As we look at the Nanners hanging out down there on the field, we'll jump back up into the broadcast booth because it is mailbag time. Cowboy Kyle hopping up on the Matt Wolf Rodeo Clown barrel. He is Josh Chalevsky. I'm Biko Scala. We thank you for spending your Saturday night with us in Banana Land. Our mailbag today says, "Hi, my name is Michael. I live in Ohio and I watch your game in Akron." Love to hear that.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh, watch the game in Akron on YouTube. Okay, terrific. I have been fans for a long time. Can you please shout me out in a live stream? Yeah, it's happening right now. I like Dalton, Bill Leroy, and the dancing umpire. That would be Vincent Chapman. And Tyler, Biko, and Josh. Thank you. Keep
doing your work. Keep it up, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh. And
umpire, keep dancing because you keep my family laughing, and I play baseball in my hometown. I love the dances. They do. Keep it up, guys. Well, thank you, Michael.
Please show how this is written to explain why I struggled so badly.
Yeah, I understand it's not on regular lined notebook paper, but overall, awesome note. Thank you, Michael. Shout out to you.
And by the way, hey, Savannah Bananas, this should be your logo next year. It is a star.
That's a pretty, that thing's got a compelling case.
Yeah, we'll zoom that in right there. You are a superstar. Thank you so much for the mailbag message. That was incredible. And good work, Josh, on being able to translate that as it continued to slant more and more downward.
As long as it's not in cursive, I think I can translate this type of stuff.
That is my preferred way to write, cursive.
Good for you.
I kept saying, I went to public school in 4th grade. They said, next year you're only going to be allowed to write in cursive. And then they kept saying that for like 3 straight years. Anyway, I digress. Daniel Descalzo leading off here in the top of the 8th against Nolan Daniel, the new man on the mound for the Bananas. And 1 pitch, 1 out as he flies it to Bridges and right. Danny now 2 for 4 on the night with a triple and a run scored. It'll be Tyler Colvin, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. 2 ground outs and a fly out. Pitch went to Bridges and right. Colvin actually played against Jesse Cole a few times when Tyler was at Clemson and Jesse was at Wofford. It was always a midweek game, so Jesse was either playing left field or first base. He was the Friday night pitcher his freshman year when Colvin was still a Tiger, before he got nabbed by the Cubs, 13th overall in the 06 draft. Nolan Daniel, known for his sinker, slider, and changeup combination. Fires the heater in there, fouled off, count 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Nasty slider. Biting down and in. Gets a strikeout for out number 2.
And that's what you see with Nolan Daniel. A lot of sinkers and a lot of sliders in there. Going with the pitch he was very confident in. And how fun is that for Nono, pitching in just his 2nd game against a challenger and coming away with the strikeout of a former big leaguer.
John Buck stands between Nono and a perfect inning. This is Daniel's first professional season as a Banana. He had 3 collegiate summers, picking up back-to-back championships in 2021 and 22. For finishing up at the University of New Orleans, his 5th and final year of college this past spring, and promptly joining us on the 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by Zappos.
And he has been quite the weapon out of the pen for the Bananas. Outside of a rough outing in Portland, it's been a very effective tour for Nolan Daniel, who now gets ahead of John Buck 1-2 as the fans unable to come up with the catch there.
Buck lined 105-mile-an-hour single to left his first time, then struck out in the 4th and bounced a 96-mile-an-hour hot shot to Ryan Cox at short his last time. He, like Colvin in front of him, is a victim of the Nolan Daniel slider. And it is a 1-2-3 frame with a pair of punch-outs for the best pitcher in Dublin, Georgia history. Time to turn Banana Land yellow as we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Nanners up 3 points. Still about 17 minutes on our clock, so we will easily make it to the 9th within our 2-hour time limit tonight. First matchup between these two squads ended in 1 hour and 34 minutes. It was the fastest game in Banana Ball history at the time. Overtaken by Southern Maryland Blue Crabs when they got skunked 7-0 by the Nanners. The 81st game of the tour, the 111th Banana Ball game to ever be played in front of fans, and the 280th straight sold-out Bananas game. How apropos that it is the conclusion of the 3-game series across this tour that kicked off in March, saw Game 2 in Tampa in April, and now, Jesse, I'm sure you feel pretty fired up to get to finish this thing off back in Savannah here at the beginning of September, huh? How's it make you feel?
We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
Yeah, we wouldn't be here without Bananas Nation. That is an astute point. Former major leaguers taking the field. It'll be Ben Kozlowski on the bump. This is his second time presenting the MLBPAA. Pitched for the Texas Rangers back in 2002. Actually drafted by the home state Braves in the 12th round in 1999. That was a year after the Red Sox tried to nab him in the 26th round. Sox tried to draft him out of college. Ended up being taken after a year at Santa Fe College in Gainesville, Florida.
Ben Kozlowski has been a part of some other history here in Banana Land. We saw him take some ABs for the MLBPAA in Game 1 here in Savannah, but has also caught a foul ball for an out here early on in the tour.
It was the first of 2 foul balls that have been caught for outs here in our 97-year-old ballpark of historic Grayson Stadium. He retired Tanner Thomas in foul territory off the third base line.
On the 2nd of March, the second fan on this year's tour to catch a foul ball for an out.
And there's still only been 2 here in Savannah in total. And was the first of them. Leroy takes the heater high. This is the 27th full game that we're getting in Grayson. We were scheduled to have 30 here. As Bill taps that one away from Chris Snyder. Just trying to make the third catcher of the night for the former major leaguer sweat it out a little bit more. Bill, the Nanners catcher, takes that one for a strike on the outside corner.
And it's been really cool to see the MLBPAA use guys who have all been catchers in their career in John Buck, George Kataris, and now Chris Snyder all get some time behind the dish. And fun fact about Chris Snyder, who is in now defensively behind the dish, among all catchers in Major League Baseball history, it is Chris Snyder who holds the record for highest career fielding percentage.
Mind-boggling. Did it across a 10-year career. The Arizona Diamondbacks, Pittsburgh Pirates, Houston Astros, and Baltimore Orioles in that order. Daniel Descalzo takes care of that at shortstop. High throw handled easily by his 6'3" first baseman Tyler Colvin. And a good start to Kozlowski's evening. Vinny DeRubius will pinch hit for Ryan Cox, who is 1 for 2 on the night. Viro and Gillum opting for a righty-lefty matchup instead of lefty-lefty, as it would have been with the glove magician at the dish. 2-0 count on the Italian Stallion. Pride of Trumbull, Connecticut in his first World Tour with a 2-1 count on him now. Under that one, fouls it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Then he started his collegiate career at the University of Bridgeport. A couple years in his home state, and then spent 3 at Lander University up in Greenwood, South Carolina. Fouls that one. And it bounces off the mid of Snyder.
And Vinny has raked against challenger opponents on this year's tour, batting .429 against them. He has a double and a triple, and also one of the most memorable trick plays on the tour when he ripped his first tornado catch against the Aussie Drop Bears.
Nasty bender biting in on him, and he can't connect with it. Strikeout for Kozlowski. He now has to set his sights on Alex Ziegler, who's coming to the dish, balancing the enormous bat on his chin that is on fire. We continue to level up here in Ziggy's magnificent 2 tours with the Nanners.
And the last time we saw Ziggy come up with the bat on fire, he was able to collect a base hit Now we're seeing a little bit of an infield shift here. Can Ziggy find a way to get on yet again?
Former major leaguers shifting him to hit it the opposite way. That is a wise decision. Eric Sogard, the third baseman, in on the grass where a shortstop would be. We check down with Chris Walker at first, who says that Ziegler was able to check his swing, so a 1-1 count. Make it 2-1. Alex played his college ball at California University of Pennsylvania. The Butler, PA native, fouls that one off as the fire is snuffed out. He's a TikTok superstar of his own, nearly 1 million followers. And fouls another one off. Still 2-2.
Now, I'm pretty sure I saw on Ziggy's previous foul ball, Kurt Kessler was running out to the plaza because I think the ball had taken the fire. He had to put it out.
That bender, backdoor gets the zone, and Kozlowski grabs a pair of Ks. Here comes the young professor.
And as we head to the top of the 9th inning, it is time to cast our gaze upon the scoreboard. As it sits right now, the Bananas have 3 points, while the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association has yet to put one up. But here is the thing about the game of banana ball. In this game, in the final inning, every run counts for a point. And make no mistake about it, every one of the men on that side of the house has been to the show. This is their chance to make their comeback, but the Bananas need just 3 outs. No matter what happens, ladies and gentlemen, get ready and welcome to the final inning.
The young professor did not stutter and he did not lie. Every run scored in the 9th will count as a point as you get another look at the backdoor curve that froze Alex Ziegler, and he knew it as soon as it entered the glove of Chris Snyder. How about the pump-up speech going on in foul territory outside of the MLBPAA dugout? Former major leaguers are set to send up Lance Negro, George Kataris, and Luis Montañez, 6, 7, and 8 in their order. They need 3 runs to tie the game, 4 runs to take the lead. And they're gonna have to do it against Matt Malatesta in his 2nd year as a professional Banana, 3rd year in Banana Land. The splitter specialist has been one of the best relievers on the tour, especially as of late.
I mean, he set banana ball history, becoming the first pitcher to throw a hitless month ever. He did it this past month in August.
to get it behind his back. The ricochet goes straight to Dalton Malden, and Montañez barely beats the Rap at first to keep the inning alive.
Now that would have been a crazy ending in a ball game. You see Ryan Cox go for the trick play, miss it unfortunately, but you talk about a very forgiving bounce off the glove. Dalton Malden received it right there on the bag and had a quick fire on the first. Luckily, Montañez was hustling that one out.
Coxey couldn't do that again in 100 tries. If he was trying to achieve such a fate. Corey Guerin on the first pitch he sees, flies it to Noah Bridges, who pops it up, will catch it with a basket snag, and the Nanners survive round 3 with the MLBPAA. They come away with a 3-0 victory and have swept the 3-game series.